In real life, your biggest turning points rarely begin with a dramatic event. They begin with a conversation, a message, a remark, or a question that quietly shapes your thinking. Many conflicts start long before action, because the mind is first influenced, through selective information, emotional triggers, and carefully chosen words. It serves as a reminder that fear and over-analysis of external challenges often stem from a lack of inner peace or wrong thinking. That is why the Bhagavad Gita opens not with moral advice, but with a study of how perception is guided, how bias is planted, and how inner balance is disturbed. If you learn to detect this early stage, you protect your decisions, your relationships, and your sense of truth. With that life-use lens, Chapter 1, Verse 2 shows the method. Duryodhana's approach to the teacher is not the approach of a sincere learner. It shows Duryodhana's inner insecurity and attempt to manipulate his guru/teacher. His words are designed to steer the teacher's mind toward a particular reaction. He points the teacher's attention to the opposing side in a way that can create unease and harden emotions, because he knows that once the mind is disturbed, judgment becomes weak. Chapter 1, Verse 3 is the continuation and strengthening of the same tactic. Pashyeta pandaputranam acharya mahati chamundanda pashyetam pandu putranam acharya mahatam chamam buddha drupaputrenta shishyan dinta doradanda Vyudam Drupada putrena tava shishayana damata. Duryodhana now says, in effect, look at the vast, well-arranged army of the Pandavas, organized by the son of Drupada, your own student, and a capable one. This is not neutral reporting. It is strategic framing. He is enlarging the sense of threat by stressing the size and order of the army, and he is simultaneously inserting an emotional hook by repeatedly bringing in Drupada. He knows there is an old history between Dronacharya and King Drupada, including insult and humiliation, and the mention of Drupada is meant to revive that bitterness so the teacher's mind tilts toward hostility and partiality. The practical lesson is clear: when someone wants to manipulate you, they do not always lie. They choose words that reactivate your old wounds and then direct your attention toward what will disturb your balance. If you keep your mind steady and refuse to be pulled by triggers, you remain capable of seeing what is true and acting correctly. So beware of emotional manipulation, which happens mostly in our daily lives. We are so used to it that sometimes we even don't realize it that we are becoming target of emotional manipulation. A key life lesson is to recognize and guard against manipulation in our own relationships, both as the one being manipulated and the one tempted to use others for selfish gain. Before any physical battle, the real war happens in the mind. Duryodhana's focus on the mighty army shows that he has already lost the internal battle of composure. To succeed in life, one must first conquer the inner enemies of ego, envy, and anxiety. In this verse, the most useful and powerful message, the power of mentorship, Dronacharya, guru/teacher, trained Dhrishtadyumna even though he knew the boy was destined to be his rival. This demonstrates integrity and selfless duty. In modern life, true leadership means helping others grow, even if they might one day outshine or compete with you. This shows the ultimate example of detachment in duty and mentorship. Teaching one's own threat seems illogical by modern standards, but Dronacharya's role here teaches us succession over self-interest. A great mentor's goal is to make the student better than the teacher. If you only train people who are safe or less talented than you, you limit your own legacy and your organization's growth. Abundance versus scarcity. Fear of a threat comes from a scarcity mindset, thinking there is only one top spot. Drona's approach was one of abundance, that the world needs more masters, regardless of which side they eventually stand on. Integrity in training. It teaches us to share our best ideas and trade secrets with our teams. Holding back knowledge out of insecurity actually weakens the mentor's own authority and creates a culture of distrust.